All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Quiz 1 review packet. We'll go through each problem top to bottom here. Here's problem number 1. You have -8 plus 1 minus a -3 plus 6. Make sure to get rid of all the double signs first in your first step. So these two negatives turn into a positive. -8 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6. You have your given. Then you change multiple signs to one sign. Combine the first two terms. -8 plus 1 gets you -7. -7 plus 3 gets you -4. So you combine this first two terms again. Then you can combine these final two terms. -4 plus 6 gets you +2. And that's how you do problem number 1. Next up is problem number 2. Problem number 2 is the same story. First, get rid of all your double signs here. 1 minus a -4, minus a -7, minus 8. Two negatives you know make a positive. So I made a positive here. These two negatives make a positive there. Carry down to -8. So given, and that first step we did was change multiple signs to one sign. Then we add these first two terms. 1 plus 4 gets you 5. Carry down to +7. Carry down to -8. 5 plus 7 gets you 12. Carry down to -8. 12 minus 8 gets you 4. And these are the steps. Next up, problem number 3. Problem number 3, you gotta add those polynomials. Add your like terms. Since it's a positive sign, we just leave all the signs the same here in the second set of parentheses. So that's our given. Since it's a positive sign, we leave them all the same. We just get rid of the parentheses. Then we're going to combine our like terms. The first are the a squareds. You got 7a squared plus 7a squared, so you're going to get 14a squared. I carry down the rest. Next step is to combine like terms, just the a's. So plus 2a plus 4a turns into 6a. Then we're going to combine our constants. So 4a plus 2a gets us 6a. Then combine our constants. 4 minus 2 gets you 2. So we have 4a squared plus 6a plus 2. Next up, problem number 4. We have r plus 3r to the 4th plus 5r to the 3rd minus sign. Now with that minus sign, we have to make sure we change all the signs in our second set of parentheses. That's what we're doing here. First is our given. Since there's a minus sign between the two sets of parentheses, we have to change all the signs in the following parentheses. So that's what we do in our next step. The positive 6r to the 3rd changes to -6r to the 3rd. -8 gets you +8. Negative and -2r turns into a +2r. So we changed all the signs here on our second parentheses. We then combine like terms, all the r to the 3rd, so the -6r to the 3rd and the +5r to the 3rd. You combine those like terms and you get -1r to the 3rd. Next up we'll do, we'll take care of the constants. Well, there's 2 r's, pardon me. So plus 2r and 1r gets you 3r. So we combine those r to the first powers. Then we just have to rewrite it into standard form. 3r to the 4th minus 1r to the 3rd plus 3r plus 8. That's our final answer for number 4. Number 5. Here's our problem. 2b minus 1 plus 1 plus 8b. We got to combine our like terms. I'm first combining the b's. 2b plus 8b gets you 10b. Carry down to -1, carry down to +1. Now -1 plus 1, that's also like terms. Combine those constants and we get 10b, and that's our solution right there. Number 6. Our problem is 1 minus 5b plus 5. Now with this one there's no b's, but you could still combine the constants. So 5 plus 1 gets you 6. So we have -5b plus 6 as our answer. Or 6 minus 5b. Either one is fine. 7. Our problem's k minus 9 equals negative 11. We add 9 to both sides. We get k equals negative 2. So given, add 9 to both sides of the equation, and solution. Next up, we have 4x equals negative 60. So we divide by 4 to both sides, and we get x equals negative 15. And here's our steps on the sides. It's given, divide by 4 to both sides of the equation, and our solution. K divided by 4 equals negative 15. We multiply by 4 to both sides of the equation, and we get k equals negative 60. Because the opposite of divide by 4 is times 4. That's why we multiplied by 4 to both sides of the equation. Next up, we got 1 plus k equals negative 19. That's our given. We then subtract 1 from both sides of the equation, as you see here. Then k equals negative 20, and that's our solution. Number 11. Here's our problem. 18 equals negative 5b minus 4b. We first combine our like terms. So negative 5b minus 4b gets you negative 9b. Then you divide by 9 to both sides. Divide by negative 9, because it's a negative 9b. And then you get negative 2 equals b, or aka b equals negative 2. And that's our solution for number 11. Number 12, 6n plus 1n gets you 7n. So we combine our like terms. We then divide by 7 to both sides. And then we get n equals 2. Next up, we have 3m minus 1 plus 2m equals 14. We first add our like terms. So 3m plus 2m gets us 5m. Carry down the negative 1. Carry down equal sign of 14. Add 1 to both sides. So we get 5m equals 15. Now this is 5 times m, so the inverse operation of times 5 is divide by 5. So you divide by 5 to both sides. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. Here's problem number 14. 1 minus 4x plus 3 equals 12. Well, first what we're going to do is combine our like terms. Positive 1 and positive 3 is positive 4. Those are our two like terms. We then subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. So we have negative 4x equals 8, because 12 minus 4 gets you 8. Divide by 4 to both sides. Divide by negative 4 to both sides, and you get x equals negative 2. That's number 14. Number 15. What we're first going to do is the distributive property. Negative 4 times 5 gets you negative 20. Negative 4 times positive 4 gets you negative 16. X. And it equals negative 100. You then add 20 to both sides of the equal sign. So you get negative 16x equals negative 80. We then divide both sides by negative 16. And we get x equals 5. Number 16. We have negative 5 times 2x plus 5 equals negative 75. First step. Here, distribute. Negative 5 times 2 gets you negative 10. Negative 5 times positive 5 is negative 25. Equals negative 75. You then add 25 to both sides of the equation, and you get negative 10x equals negative 50. You then divide both sides by negative 10, and you get x equals 5. Number 17. This is a tricky one. Remember, you're only multiplying the term that's right next to the parentheses. So you're multiplying negative 3 times 2, then times negative 3x. Some of you guys made mistakes on that in class. Just be very careful with that. So it'll be negative 3 times 2 gets you negative 6. Carry down that negative 2. And you also do negative 3 times negative 3x, which gets you positive 9x, equals negative 53. Then you combine your like terms here of negative 2 minus 6 gets you negative 8. Carry down your 9x, carry down your negative 53. Add 8 to both sides. You get 9x equals negative 45. Divide by 9 to both sides. And you get x equals negative 5 as your solution. Last but not least is number 18. We have negative 3m minus 4 times 1 plus 4m equals negative 61. Now you first got to multiply that negative 4 both to the 1 and the 4m. That's that distributive property. So we have negative 3m minus 4. Now positive 4 right here, and that positive 4m times negative 4 gets you negative 16m equals negative 61. Then you got combined like terms. Negative 3m minus 16m gets you negative 19m. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add 4 to both sides. As we see here, negative 61 plus 4 gets you negative 57. Negative 19m equals negative 57. Divide both sides by negative 19. And you get m equals 3 for problem number 18. So ladies and gents, we went everything over the review packet, over every single problem. If you have any questions or concerns, please, please, please come and extra help. All right, have yourself a good night.